Hiya guys, welcome back. I thought we should have a catch up. Okay, I'm just gonna address what I'm wearing. I was gonna put on I put on these tights, these red ones, and I was gonna put on the dress that I wore to Sam Fender, like one of my favorite things I've ever bought. But then I remember I bought this and I'm still undecided about it. But it's a boiler suit, but a short boiler suit. And I don't know if that's my wisest idea. I might take it to somebody to make it into a skirt um situation instead of the shorts. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna try it today. I am gonna wear a jumper because it is fucking freezing. The temperature has turned in the last couple of days. But let, let's catch up, bitches. It's been a while. So how are you guys? I mean, I guess like that's how you start any conversation before you go and um segue into just talking about yourself. How are you? How are we all doing? I'm doing great. That sounded like such a barefaced lie because it kind of was. But anyways, I'm just gonna start off with my Nivea repair and care lip balm. Um, I've got a lot of things to say. First off, my mother's birthday party happened. It went very well. I got incredibly drunk and had a lovely time. No, I was meant to write a speech. I didn't. Okay, I wrote like four sentences of a speech and then didn't have time to finish it. Oh, I'm just using the simple 10% B3 and niacinamide. Um, and I just didn't do it. And then I kind of forgot that I was meant to do a speech. And whilst I was setting up, my friend went, "How's the speech going?" And I went, "Oh, I forgot about that." And she's like, "You just gonna have to wing it. Just gonna have to wing it." So before this speech, um, her and my boyfriend are like hyping me up, like, "Let's see what you wrote down. Let's see what we can do with that." And they went, "You're just gonna have to wing it, because that is nothing. That resembles nothing. You're gonna have to find something to say." And I was like, "Oh, oh." And then I got taken to the bar for a shot of tequila and a second one before I went up, and then I went up and absolutely wung it. Like so hard. I think I blacked out. Genuinely believe I blacked out in that moment because I do not remember what I said. And I know it's on film. I know it's on film, and I never want to see it. I never want to see it because the one thing that really deterred me from wanting to do this was the fact that my mom works at my old primary school. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's was it Magic Cream? Yeah. Um she works at my old primary school. She has done since I was there, and she invited her work people, and her work people were my old teachers that she knows very well now. Like they're all friends. And I was like, "Mum, I'm not doing it." Beforehand, like a couple of weeks beforehand, I realised that they were coming, and I went, "Mum, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm like, I'm really not doing that. That's not fucking happening." And he was like, "You have to. It's for me." And I'm like, "Oh, it's for you, so I have to." My mother, I have to do it for you. So like standing up there, I saw all of them, and I went, "Nah, nah, no thanks." But I did it. I did it. It was an experience, and I don't think I will be doing it again anytime soon. But yeah, the rest of the night went really well. She was really happy with everything, which was great. Which was great. Oh, I'm using the Maybelline. What is it called? Grippy serum. Honestly, this is my favorite primer I've ever used. And I used to be like a power grip girly. But then this came out, and I was like, I've got to try that, and it's better. You wouldn't believe it, but it's better. I have now rebooked my theory test for drive-in for the 10th of December. I'm scared. I had booked it before. I never actually made it. I didn't fail or nothing. So, but Basically, I was meant to do it on, I think it was the 18th of August, potentially. I was meant to do it then because I had annual leave. Fucking hell. Jesus. I had annual leave. That's even the wrong thing. I had annual leave, and I booked it within that. Um, but then it turned out that my mother had to have surgery on that day. And that really threw me for a loop. And I was like, shit, okay. And she was very much like, you still go, just come and see me afterwards. And that was the plan. I was gonna like cook for her and everything and be there for her. Um, so I was meant to go and do it. I wasn't staying at my house, I was staying at my boyfriend's house because in the summer his dad goes on holiday and I just come and help out with the dog and the cats. And I was staying there and I was ready to go. And then I was like, where's my wallet? It's like, I need my wallet because my provisional is in my wallet. I can't actually take this test without it. And you had to be 15 minutes early. So I was like, but I need to leave now. And I was like, oh my God, I was at my mum's the night before. What if I left my wallet there because I went to shop for her the day before? So I booked it to my mum's in the heat, in the August heat, booked it to my mum's with, by the time that I get to my mum's, I would have to leave to go, otherwise I was going to miss it. And it wasn't there. And then I remembered literally as I was on her floor, like having a crisis, remembered that it was in my jacket, which was where? In my boyfriend's house. Um, and I literally did not have time. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to let this go. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it would have gone well if I actually went. I don't think I was ready for it. I think the day was really throwing me off. So I just didn't do it and I let it go. And I've now, months later, rebooked it for the 10th of December. And I don't have positive, feelings about it, but, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm just putting on the Rimmel Match Perfection. I'm Ivory. This is the only foundation that I've ever found my shade in, and I can't shade match for the rest of my life, like for my life for another one. So I'm just gonna have to stick with this for the rest of my life. This is like my fourth bottle of it or something. I really, really want to be able to drive because it's the one thing that I feel like is holding me back in life, of like full independence. Because I love the train and all of that, but it's very expensive. And I know owning a car is very expensive, but there's a lot more freedom in it. And I need that at the moment, especially with still living at home. And plus, I promised my mother that for next year, I would drive all of us to Christmas. Because my parents are no longer together and they haven't been for the last 3, 4 years. And the way we would get to Christmas when we were going to see my mother's family in Amsterdam, um, was the car. And it was the easiest thing. And we did that for what, 17 years? And we've now had to start taking the plane for Christmas, and they hate people with presents at Christmas time because you've wrapped them, because you're not going to wrap them there, are you? And they want to know what you've brought, and it gets really weird, and they really don't like it. And it's actually become really difficult because you also have like a certain amount of weight that you're allowed to take and all of that, and then just trying to balance all of that is, it gets really expensive. So I promised my mother I'd be able to drive by next Christmas. So I really do need to get on it. I need to get on it. I need to get on it. I'm also booked in for the day after my theory test for my next hair appointment. I'm gonna give it a little trim, and then I'm gonna go with the brown again. And hopefully that will be the last time that I have to dye it brown, so I can stop dyeing it completely and let it grow out, because that was the plan. That was the whole entire point of dyeing it back to my natural color, so I can grow it out and go back to virgin hair, give it a break, give it some time. But I have always said that I will go back to red because I don't genuinely believe it's my final form. I think it is who I'm meant to be. For real. I just, It's who I'm meant to be, guys. I'm just meant to be red haired. And I said to my boyfriends, like, if we get married, actually, when we get married, um, I will have red hair. Like, there is no, like, if ands or buts about it. I will have red hair on my wedding day because I love that bitch. I had it for 3 years and I loved it so much. But my hair does need the break and the need to come back to life. No, I don't want anybody saying anything, but I have gone back to some of my elf products that I do have still lying about that aren't completely empty because I can't find alternatives. This is Suave Mauve. I'm just using it until it dies. Same with the concealer and same with the setting powder. Not setting powder, setting spray. Because I bought a new blush. Hate it. Hate it. So I need to find something that can replace this, and it wasn't that. It was not that. So yeah. There also is like basically none of this left anyways. It's basically dry. I'll tell you what's very exciting. Um, okay, so I like to get a tattoo for myself as a birthday present each year. So I book it in around my birthday, July time, and then I normally get an appointment because she's quite a booked and busy gal for about October. Um, so this July I was like, got myself my deposit, gonna go and book a tattoo appointment. Yeah. She was on maternity leave. I was like, oh my god, no, my girl, my one and only. She's on maternity leave. Oh my god, yay, baby. I'm very happy for you. Like, go girl. I'm so happy that you get to have your second baby. But I wanted a tattoo. Because I got this one last October. Oh, that's a terrible angle, but yeah. This one last October, and I was like, I'm gonna be back. Don't worry about it, girl, because I was meant to do two at once, but I didn't in the end. I was just like, I'd rather actually save the money for right now. Um, uh, so I was like, I'll book in again. Don't worry about it. I'll see you in probably about a year. And then obviously she got pregnant and stuff, and I was just like, oh, this sucks. But the other day they announced her return for January, and I was like, girl, I am 2 days away from payday. I have got like no funds, but will go bankrupt just to secure an appointment. So I'm DMing them because that's how you do it. You go like, because it's this lovely tattoo shop. Oh my god, I love the tattoo shop. I love to sit in there. I don't just go for her, but mainly for her. But the place that she's in is gorgeous and it's so nice to sit in. It's such a good chill environment. I love it. It's so good. This is Revolution, Blusher Reloaded, and Ballerina. Um, and I was just like, guys, get me in as soon as you can. Just do it. Get me in. I do not care. Just get me in. And they were like, yeah, I can get you in for the 9th of January. I was like, awesome. Like, um, we'll call you up. We'll get your deposit sorted. They call me up. I don't really like answering the phone, especially to somebody I don't really know. I pick the phone up and they're like, we don't actually have the 9th of January anymore. I was like, and they were like, we've actually got the 16th of January. I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Perfect. Get me in. Get me fucking in. I pay my £50 deposit. And that means that I'm officially confirmed. Honestly, it makes me so excited. So excited. You've got no idea. I love tattoos, but like I'm very thought out as a person. I'm never gonna get anything spontaneous or erratic. I'm gonna sit on it for a while. That's why I only get one, like once a year, because I've got a very set vision of what I want. So I'm just very excited. It's gonna go here. I'm gonna have to see if she can go over the chicken burn that is now scarred. She might not, but it's okay. We can go around it because it's meant to be a vine of morning glory flowers. I love morning glory flowers. I hate their name. But basically, my mother 2 years ago got my birth flower, and I was meant to get mine the same time, and not the same time, but around the same time because obviously we've got different tattoo artists. Hers is in fucking Holland. It's her one of her really good friends. And I was obviously meant to get mine at the same time that I did my muff. And didn't because I chickened out. I didn't chicken out. I just didn't want to spend extra money that day. But yeah, I'm gonna do it now. And I'm very excited because one, it's for my mother, but also I love that flower and I think it's gonna look so good. It's gonna look so good. We have also got plans for another matching tattoo, which we will probably do in the summer because I really want to get one from her tattoo artist because he is sick and obviously we know him really well because he's a personal friend. And we're gonna get matching Manchester bees because we're not from Manchester, we don't live in Manchester, but we love Manchester. We went for the first time. Uh, when was it? Was it the winter of 2022? Yeah, I think it was the winter of 2022 to go watch Maneskin because that was their only UK date. I know, mental. On their last world tour, we went and we fell in love with the place. Absolutely fell in love with the place. And we went back this March, I think it was March, to go see Sabrina Carpenter at Cult Live and just again fell in love with the place and we just love it and it holds a lot of like really lovely memories for us as like just the two of us. So we're gonna get some Manchester bees together with sorry there with her tattoo artist. Yeah, I get really jealous when she goes and sees him without me because obviously I this summer I didn't make it to Holland like I normally do for a couple of weeks or a week, and she goes and sees him in the summer and gets a tattoo, and her boyfriend got one as well, and I was really jealous. I was really jealous. She showed me the photos of her tattoo. Actually, the one she did this time was gorge, absolutely gorge. I'll put a photo up because it is amazing. And then he got one, and she was sending me the photos, and I got really jealous, and I was like, "Mum, I want to go," and she was like, "You have to come next summer," and I'm like, "I'm coming next summer. You can't stop me." So excited because he's sick. He's like his tattoos are sick and he can do so many different like artistic drawing styles and I love that so much. Like so much. Yeah, I just really want to get tattooed by him. I am talking at 200 miles an hour. Oh, speaking of holidays, I am going to Spain. This is going to be my first holiday outside of France, Belgium, and Holland. I went to France once, didn't like it. Okay. I was like 12, didn't like it. Probably not going to go back. Belgium, I've gone to obviously a bunch because I've got family there. Holland, I go to all the time because I've got family there. But I've never really been on like a holiday. And me and my boyfriend have booked to go to Salou um, for his birthday slash our anniversary. His birthday the month after our anniversary. We were meant to go to Blackpool for our anniversary. Probably spoken about that before. But then we were like, well, I kind of want to just go on holiday. And he was like, I don't think we can do both because they are just a month apart from each other. And I was like, let's just go Spain, do it all together. Because obviously for our anniversaries, we always go to theme parks. There is Portaventura literally next to Salou. So we're gonna do Portaventura for our anniversary and then Spain for his birthday. Because we're gonna be 22 next year, which is mental. 22. Um, I thought 21 was something, but 22 feels really serious. Feels really serious. But yeah, I was like, we need to celebrate. Like, we went away for my birthday. I mean, to be fair, we went to Amsterdam for my 20th birthday to see my family. But like we went away for mine. We never really do anything for yours because you never want to do anything. So I was like, I went away. I had to really convince him because he was like, yeah, but we're trying to save to move out and all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, if you look at it, we've got to pay £100 a month until we go each. And that is 10% of my paycheck right now. And you make more than me. So it's even less for you. And I think we should just fucking do it. And then he was still a little bit reluctant. And then we were literally just sat in bed the day that he got paid and I just did it. And he was like, okay, we're going to Spain. And now he's really excited about it. Because that was the thing. I could see that he actually really did want to go because he kept talking about things that we could do and he got sounded really excited about it. But then he would say, oh, but we shouldn't. And then I was just like, we're just gonna. Okay? We're just gonna. I don't care what you think. We're just gonna. And we did. And it was so exciting. And yeah, I'm just excited to go because holiday just us. We also haven't really done. Well, I mean, like we have because we went to Alton Towers obviously by ourselves, and we've been like to overnight places a couple of times. But like proper holiday, just us, excited. That's what I want. to like, I don't know, live life with this person for the rest of my life and to do these kinds of things with him. Yeah. And it'll be like our first proper independent holidays each as well. Because even when we went to Amsterdam, my mum met us like 2 days later and then obviously spent the rest of the time with my family. So yeah, very exciting. Oh, I guess you've heard the news, but 5 seconds of summer are like really bad. I have spent £100 already and will more because they have just announced the tour. Um, um, but I obviously when they announced the album, pre-ordered the album, and then weeks later they brought out shirts, and I was like, ooh, like you. And then I didn't do it because I was like, I don't need it. And then I went back, so I was like, maybe I do. And then they had just, I didn't see it, but they had released the member CDs, which they do for every album. And I've never given into that before. But they said there was going to be a different track unique to each member on each CD. And I was like, oh, which one do I get? And I was like, I'm not going to get all four. But then I saw that they had created a bundle of it, and I was like, guess I have to. So I bought the shirt and the bundle. So in total, I've spent like about 100, maybe a little bit more so far. But then they just announced the tour. I'm going to try and get London or Manchester because my mum wants to come. Me and my mum always go to concerts together. But I've seen 5 Seconds of Summer twice before and I haven't brought her each time. The first time was the Take My Hand tour, and I decided I wanted to go on a concert by myself for the first time. So I brought my friend. And the second time, I'd literally just started dating my boyfriend. We're about 6 months in. And I was like, do you want to come? And it was kind of like a weird, like by accident test to see if he would do it for me. And he did. And it was at the O2. And we went. It was the first time I'd been to the O2 as well. And my mum was upset. So I brought her to Luke Hemmings' solo show, Nostalgia for something that never existed or something like that. And she loved that. And then I said, Mum, I think they're going to go on tour again. And she went, well, you're taking me this time. I was like, okay. It's like, definitely. So I'm going to try and secure those. Oh, that's not enough sparkle. I need some more sparkle. So yeah, I'm very excited because I didn't get Taylor Swift Era Tour tickets, but I've got a feeling this is my Eras tour. Like, this is my Eras tour. Like, this probably means more to me. Oh, I'm just not going to talk for like 2 seconds. I'm going to leave it. I'm not touching it anymore, even though I'm not completely happy with it. And then proceeds to touch it a little bit more. Leave it. Leave it, girl. Jesus. I'm excited for November. I quite like November, like as a filler month. It's like it's cold, you can get all toasty. I normally end up watching like things like fucking Hunger Games or something. It feels like that time of year. Um, and Bonfire Night is like one of my favorite things. Remember the 5th of November. I literally don't know how any of the rest of that song goes, but like remember. Um, and since last year we started having a little bonfire get together at my house because ever since I was a kid, there's like this bonfire party that my parents' friends do at their house that's literally around the corner. But I was no longer allowed to go at some point in time because of something that happened with their son. I don't want to get into that. Like, it wasn't actually my fault. Somebody decided to tell some lies. It got really tricky, and we've been over it a million times in the last couple of years. But I was no longer allowed in their house, and I was no longer allowed at the party, and which made me really sad. And last year, I literally just said to my friends, like, I'm done with being upset about it. Can we just do our own thing, like with a couple of our friends, and have a good time? And she was just like, yes. So we did, and it was really, really nice, chill vibes. And we are just like, we have to do this again next year. It's probably the most wholesome thing we do all year. Like we had stew, we had a fire, we did some sparklers, and it was just all round good vibes. Loved it. And we're just gonna do the same thing again. This time we've got an actual fire pit. I had to build a fire pit out of bricks and slabs last year, and there is still a square of grass missing. But I genuinely think that that fire pit was a great fire pit. It really was. It was a lovely fire pit. Okay, no one can tell me otherwise. Oh, the way that that stings in my eyes. my god, I didn't give you a rundown of those products. Oh my god. I used my bronzer, which I basically only really use on my eyes, which is from Revolution, I think. It's really old. I used, where is it? This is Max Factor Magnetic Brown. It's one of their singles. My eyeliner, what is it? Is it Maybelline? Yeah, it's Maybelline. It's Tattoo Liner, the black one. And then I use some more powder. Oh my god, I didn't tell you what powder I'm using. I'm using the next one. I like it a lot more than the Wet and Wild one that I was using. Um, was that wet? Is it Wet and Wild? Yeah, it is. This is their powder snatch. I quite like it. I just wish the pot was bigger because it's quite hard to get my brush in there. Um, I used the last of this. I genuinely do need to get a new one. And the glorified spray. And now I'm going to use the Colossus. I'm not really a non-waterproof mascara girly, but I got this one in a bundle and I used it for the first time. And I was like, this is actually pretty good. Ooh, fucking hell. But I do need to remember not to cry when I'm wearing it because it's not waterproof. I literally had that on the bus the other day on the way to work. I was like, do not cry right now. But yeah, I'm excited for Christmas, obviously. I mean, Halloween hasn't even happened yet, but I have to think about Christmas because I have to start buying Christmas presents. But yeah, I'm going to Ireland for Christmas with my boyfriend's family. It's my first Christmas I'm going to spend with his family. Like his dad, his sister, and his dad's girlfriend are all coming in the car together, going over. They're renting our house for it. His grandmother lives over there, and his aunt and her husband and their kids. Um, which is lovely. Yeah, so it's gonna be really lovely to go. I apparently went to Ireland when I was very young, but I don't remember it, and I've never been since. I have family there, but I don't really know any of them. um, but yeah, I'm excited because it's gonna be like my first Christmas away, which makes me a little bit like sad. Um, but I'm also just excited to go and be a part of that, and the fact that they asked me to be a part of it. Um, yeah, this outfit is not complete. I need to do something about that, and I'll show you. I promise I'll show you in some capacity. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this if you did, or just watching a little bit of it. Thank you so much for the reaction on the re-listen to the first 5 seconds of Summer album. I will be back with the B-sides and the deluxe tracks soon. Yeah, and I love you all so much. Go watch whatever else you want from me, or don't watch me. It's up to you. Maybe leave a little if you're feeling it, or a little follow if you're also feeling it. But whatever, not whatever. I appreciate whatever you do. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.